中国空间站天宫课堂第3课。
欢迎同学们的到来。
Welcome you all.
我们的地面主课堂
And
设置在了
today
一
for
个
the main
非常
class
特
is
殊的地方，
located in a very
这里
special
就是
place.
中国载
This
人
is
航天
the
工程有效载荷运行管理中心。
the load
我是
center
本次授
of
课的
the
地面课堂老师
CSU.
宋磊，
So
来
I'm
自
Song
中
Lei.
国科学院空间应
I'm
用工
from
程
the
与技术中心。
Technology and Engineering Center for Space Utilization, Chinese Academy of Science. My name is Biejing. I'm from Peking University Affiliated Middle School. And today we will have our technonauts to provide lectures to
今
you
天
all.
和我们主课堂一起上课的
And
还有
together
3个
with
分
us,
课堂。
we also
分别
have
设立
3
在
different classes.
山东、
They are
河南、
located in 山东、
云南。
Henan, and Yunnan
山东菏
province.
泽也被称为中国
So
武
for
丹之都。
Shandong Heze
山东分
is
课堂
also
是
the
在
hometown
菏
for
泽
the
第一中
pioneer,
学。
and also the class
河
is
南分课
located
堂
in number
设在
1
新
middle
建
school
的
of
河南
Heze,
省科技馆。
and for the Henan
云
class
南
is
分课
located
堂
in
是
the
在大理白
Technology
自修
Museum,
的大理
and
新世纪
also
中
for
学。
the Yunnan province,
我
the
们主
class
课
is
堂呢
located in
有
the
来
New
自于
Century
北京
Middle
市
School.
多所学校的
So
同学
in
们。
the main
同
class,
学
we
们，
have
咱
students
们也与
from
分课堂的同
around
学们打个
Beijing.
招呼吧。
Please say hi to the students in other places.
同学们，有没有发现我们
Dear
今天的
students,
地面主课堂科技感十足？
So you could see that it's full of technology in our main class. This is place where
您
Mr.
刚才说
Song
这里
works.
叫做有效
So
载
you
荷
just talk
运行管理
about
中心。
this place is a
那
load
有效载
center.
荷是什么意思
What
呢？
does that mean?
所谓有效载荷，
As we
是指
talk
装载
about
在
the
航天
load,
器上，在预定轨道
we
上
are
完
talking
成特
about
定
we
任务
have
的
some
科学实
load
验仪器。
in the
有效载荷
aerospace,
运
and
行
for
管理
some
中
of
心
this
是我
load, they
国
are
载人
actually
航天工程
providing
空间
scientific
科学运用
support.
任务的地面运行
And
管理中心，
also we
也
have
是
the
中国
ground
空间站
station
科
to
学实验
monitor
的
the
核心枢纽。
space missions.
每天
This
呢，
is
我们
also
的科
a
学家
core
和工
place
程师
for
们
us.
就
So
是在
every
这里
day for
完成
our
管理着
engineer
空
and
间站上
scientists,
的科
they're
学实验
actually
项目。
managing some of
所
the
以呢，
projects
这里也被称
carrying
为是
out in
中
the
国
outer
空间
space.
站的太空
So
科学
in
实
this
验
place
大管家。
is actually
原来
the
这里有这么
headquarters
重
of
要
the
的功能呢。
laboratory.
当我
There
第
were
一次
so
走
many
进这个大
functions
厅
in this
看到
place.
大屏幕
When I
上的
first
各种
stepped
信息的
inside
时
of
候
this place,
就
when I
被
look
这
at
里
all
深
of
深
this
吸引了。
information, I was
没
quite
错，
impressed.
同学们应该也能看到。
Yes, I believe all
大
of
屏
you
幕
have
上
been
不仅
aware
可以
that
显
in the
示
big
空间
screen,
站上科学
you
实验
could
仪器的
see
关键参数，
the
也可以显示
parameters
舱内的科学
for
实
some
验
of
画
the
面。
equipment,
我们的大厅里
in
呢，
our
还设置
space
了许多
station,
不同的工作岗
and
位，
also we have
比如说
different
状态
positions,
监视岗，主要负
occupations.
责实时
For
监
example,
控
we
科
have
学
the
实验仪器的
monitors.
运行
They will
状态。
monitor the
数
situation
据
of
输
the
入岗呢，
equipment
负责上
in the
传
space
科学实
station,
验的
and
控制指令，
also we will
还有在
upload
轨
some
操
of
作
the
指示岗，
information and
可以与航
instructions
天
to the
员进行
space.
天地通
And
话。
also we
大
will
家
have
各司其
dialogue and
职，通力
communication
合
with
作，
the
共同
Tiangong.
完成
All
天
of
宫
us
空间
work
站上的科
together
学实验项目。
to maintain
其实啊，
and
在中国
promote
古代
the
神话中，天宫是
application
神
of
仙
all
居
the
住的宫殿，
programs.
而
In the
天
past,
呢，
actually,
则以指人
Tiangong
类
is the
执着
place
探
for
索
all
浩
of the
瀚宇宙的未
legends.
知。
And
赴天
today
宫
we
相
will
会，
continue
向
to
星河问
explore the
天。
unknown
中国航天
mysteries
的
in
浪
the
漫就
space.
是把漫天神
So
话变
this
成
is
现实。
how we work
今年6
today.
月5日，陈东、刘洋、蔡
On
旭
June
哲
the 5th,
3名航天
Chen
员
Dong, Liu
搭
Yang,
乘
and
神
Cai
舟
Xuzhe,
4
the
号载人
three
飞船
Tiangong's
进入
to
天宫空间站，
Shenzhou
入住
14
天
and
河核
enter
心舱。
into
7月24
Tiangong
日，
and
他们
also
在
they're
太空
entering
来了天
into
宫空
the
间站的第2个舱段——问天实验舱。
Tianhe core module, and also they are receiving the Wentian lab module on
同学
July
们
the
是不是特别期
24th.
待
And
呢？
actually today the class will take place
就让我
from
们带
the
同学们一起
Wentian
了解
lab
一下今
module.
天的新教室吧。
So first I would like to
问天实验
introduce the
舱呢，
Wentian
全
lab
长
module.
17.9 米，
So for the
直径
Wentian
4.2
lab
米，
module,
竖起来
the
有6
length
层楼那么高。 发射重量
is quite high. It's about like 17.9 meters. The diameter is 4.2 meters, and the takeoff weight is 23 tons. So for all these lab modules composed of working module, airlock chamber, and the resource module. Actually, it is the first lab module in China's space station. It will provide a lot of support for our missions carried out in the space.
除了刚刚宋老师介绍的
So
这
Mr.
些，
Song just
问
gave
天
us
实
some
验舱内
basics
还
about
配
the
备了
Wentian
先
lab
进的科
module,
学实验
and
柜，
also we have a
有
lot of
生命
experiment
生态实验柜、
cabinets.
生物技术实验柜、
For
电重
example,
力实验
we
柜
have the
以及
variable
科学
gravity
手套
science
箱
lab
与低温存储
cabinet,
柜，
the scientific
主要
glove
用于开
box,
展
and
空
the
间生命
experiment
科学与
cabinet
生
for
物技术、微
biotechnology,
重力
and
流体
also
物
the
理
the experiment cabinet for the life ecology. And this will help us to learn more about different programs and projects. And later, the technology will show us more about these cabinets. So for the experiment cabinets, actually concentrates a lot of wisdom from the scientists. So for each one of the cabinets, they could compare as one separate separate
空间里，可以
laboratory.
支持开展
So
单
actually
学
for
科
each
和
one
多
of
学科
them
交叉的
is
空
quite
间科
small,
学
it's
实验。
less like 2
航天员
cubic
呢，还可
meters.
以在
It
更
could
换实
support
验单
different
元和
types
样
of
品，让
research.
实验柜可以支持开
And
展
also
不
for
同
the
的科学实验
taikonauts,
项目。
they could
听
do
完
a
宋老师的
variety
介
of
绍，我
experiments
觉得实验
in
柜
the
真的是太神
cabinets.
奇了。
This is quite
有没有哪位
amazed
同学能
for
够告
all
诉老
different
师，
kinds of
为
lab
什么科学
cabinets?
家要把实验室搬
So
到太
think
空中
about
呢？
it. Why we want to bring all of these
来，
laboratory
第
cabinets
一排
into the
左
space?
起第5名男生。
The boy on the first row.
我知道，太空是一个微重力环
In the
境，
space, actually, the
并且
environment is
具有
quite
辐
special.
射，
It's micro
而且环境
gravity
比
and
较特
also
殊，
it has the
能够
radiation.
看
The
到
environment
地
is
面上
quite
看到不
unique.
到的现象。
We could see
所以呢，
phenomena that
科
we
学
are
家
not
们
able to see
就
on the ground.
研
So
究和
that's
发现这
why
些现
for the
象，可
scientists,
以
they would
能
like
有
to learn
更
more
好、
about
更
this
多的
phenomenon
科学成果。
and they to want to have more achievements.
这位同学说的非常好，太空中有
Well
着微
said.
重力、
Yes,
强辐射
indeed.
高真空等许多与
Because
地
in
面
the
不同的特殊环境条件。
space,
其中
the
最为显
environment
著的
is quite
就是微
different.
重力环境。
Especially, I
在
would
地
like
面
to
上能够
emphasize
被
it
明
is
显感受到的重
microgravity.
力，到了问天舱
In
中
this,
则变得
on the
微乎
Earth,
其微。
so we
在
could
太空
feel the
中，
gravity,
重力
but
效应
in the
导致的现
space,
象
we
基
are
本
not
消失，
able to see
所
the
以呢，我们
gravity.
才能够在前2次天宫课
So
当
that's
中
why in the
看到许
past
多被地面重力
two
所掩盖的实验现
lectures,
象。
we are
比
seeing
如说，
different kinds
美
of
丽的蓝
experiments.
色水
For
球、
example,
拉
we
不
are
断的
able
叶
to
桥等
see
等。
the beautiful
科学家可以利
blue
用空
ball
间站的
and
微重力
also
环
the
境
beautiful
和地
liquid
面的重力
bridge.
环境做对
And
比，
for the
来研
scientists,
究
they
微
could
重力环境所带来的影
compare
响。
the
像
phenomena
这种
on
人为的
Earth
通过
and in the
减少或
space.
增加某个环境要素，来研
So
究
we
这个
are
要素
trying
所
to
有
add
或
it
功
in
能
or
的科学研
remove
究
some
方
of
法，
the
就
elements
属于
to
控
do
制
the
变量法。
scientific work.
那白
And
老
that
师，
is the
关
way
于
how
控
we
制变量
conduct
法，你
all
能
of
不能给
these
同学们举个直
programs.
观的例子呢？
Can you give us some example
同学们应该都
about the
吃过韭
variable
菜和韭
conditions?
黄吧？
I
那大
believe
家知道它们之间的关系吗？
you taste different kinds
在
of
其他生长
vegetables.
条件都相同
So
的情
for
况
the
下，
vegetables, they
在正
grow
常光照下长大的
in
是韭菜，
different
而去
conditions.
除光照在暗室中长大的就是韭黄。
So for example,
我
in
们可以通过控制光
some
这
of
个
the
环境因
vegetables,
素
they
来
are able
研
to
究
grow
光
in
在
dark
植物生长中
places
所起
where
的作
others
用。
requires
那我们可以
sunlight.
根据叶
So we
片
are
颜色
able
的变
to
化来进行
control
合理的推理。
the
光
sunlight
会影响
condition
韭菜叶片中
to
叶片的
affect
构成。
the growth
之后啊，
of
咱
the
们还可以通过进一步的实验
vegetables.
来验证这个推
So
理。
of course, later
白老
on, we
师，
will show
韭
you
黄
more
和韭菜的
experiments.
故事听起来真的
So
很有意
this
思。
sounds very
原来它
interesting.
们吃起来不一样，是因为缺
For
少了
these
阳光的味
vegetables,
道。那
they
如
taste
果我
quite
们能够
different.
在太空
Maybe
中
this
收
is
获蔬
because
菜和粮食，
some of them
同学们
receive
是不是就知
sunlight
道
and
重力
some
的
of
味道
them
了
not
呢？
able to receive
我
sunlight.
也真的是
I
非常
think
期待
if
有
you're
一天
able
我
to
们能够
grow
在太
some
空
of the
实现一
vegetables
起
in the
很久的
space,
实力爆发香。
maybe
植物通
you're
过
able
光
to
合作用
taste
不仅可以为
the
我们提供
flavor
食
of
物
the
还
gravity.
能为我们提供赖以生存的氧气。
Actually, for the
未来，当
Earth,
我们的
we
征程
have
迈
the
向更远的太
oxygen
空，
and also
我
we
们
have the
必然要在
sunlight.
太空建立
And
起
in
维
the
持生命的
space,
生态
it
系
is
统。
in a
那植物
microgravity
就是我们
environment.
不可缺少的
Maybe
伙
we're
伴。
able to grow
所以，
vegetables
如
in
何
a
能够
different
让地
way.
球上的植物和我们
So
一起
how
深空
to
旅行、世代繁衍，
Bring
就
the
成为了
vegetables
非常
into
重要的
space.
研究
I
课题。
think this is very
其实
important
呢，
mission for
空间
us.
植物学一直是空间生
So
命科学领域
this
研
is
究的焦
very
点。
important
全
for
世界的
us
科学家
to
利用
learn
各
more
种航
about
天器
the
平
life
台开展了
ecology.
很多项空间植物
For
培
the
养实验，
scientists,
例
they
如
actually
野
done a
菜芥、
lot
小麦、大豆等等。
to
这
learn
些植
how
物
the
都在太
vegetables
空中
grow
被
in
科
the
学家
space.
成功的
Some
种植过。
people may send out
这些实
samples
验
to the
呢，从最
space,
初关注
such
如何把
as
植物
the
养活，
wheat
到后来关注
and
植物
also the
的萌
rice.
发、
At
生
the
长、
beginning,
开
people
花
paid
和产生
attention
种子的
to
全
the
过程。
survival
科学
and
家
the
对空
development
间
of
植
the
物生
seed.
长的了解
And
不
later
深入，
on, they would like to
但
have
是
some
植物
intervention
在太空
to
中所
breed
存在的
better
开花时
seeds.
间晚、种子接受
However,
力低
for some
等
of
影响
the
植物繁衍的问题，
vegetables,
仍然没有
they
得到
may
很
have a latency for the flowering, and the scientists need to find out more methods to breed better
白老师
plants.
同学们可能已经了解到了，这次随问天仓进入太空
I
的
believe
是
this
空气
time
和水稻。
for
或许同学们
Wentian,
会有一个疑问，
he actually
科
bring
学家
two
为什么会
types
选择
of
这
the
两种植物呢？
vegetables into the space. One is the Arabidopsis and the one is rice. And for the scientists, they would like to bring two representative plants into the space. And this will better help us to do the research and scientific studies. So by doing that for the scientists, they could understand the differences of the growing and the planting procedures. So for the Arabidopsis and the wheat, there are two different types of the plants. So for the Arabidopsis, it is a kind of cruciferous, and for the wheat, it could represent crops. And actually, this is kind of a short day plant. So what are some of the missions by these two plants? So let's see how the scientists say about these two plants.
Hello to students, my name is Zhou Huitun. Starting from 2002, my team has utilized the cargo ship and also the core module to study the higher plant growth. So we would like to look into how the environment impact the growth and development of the plants. And based on our study, it seems like, yes, indeed, the environment impact a lot. We look at the macrogravity, so the direction actually changed because there is no the upward or downward growth. And that's because of the macrogravity. And also we're looking at the flowering time and also the seedling timing is all changed. So in order to better understand the rules and laws behind, so this time we select the gene. So we actually designed 3 flowering time for the Arabidopsis. So that's the before the scheduled time flowering and on-time flowering and delayed time flowering. So we look into these comparative studies, and we would like to conclude to the result about the inflorescence. And this is also the first time we bring the seed-to-seed growth of rice to the space. So going forward, we like to utilize the results we got this time from Arabidopsis and rice. So hope that we can study the second and also the third generation of the space-grown seeds, to study the seed-to-seed growth and also to look into the behind the genomic sequencing and also the gene impact, and also we can also improve the efficiency of the space crops. Thank you, Madam Zhao. So we talk about like flowering actually is really closely related to the gene expression, and also by changing the one factor in the gene sequencing, we could see that the different timing of flowering of Arabidopsis in space. So keep your eyes close to all these Arabidopsis and also look into these comparative studies. Well, on ground, on September 9th, we also grow a seed on the earth, on ground. We actually received the same or identical seed on ground. So we grow our seed on ground, and also later on, maybe we can compare to the seed growing in space.
天地共播一粒种。
Growing the same seed, we also grow the same dream of hope. So let's work together to record the growth of the seed from the very beginning of the germination to growth to development. So during this time period, students took special care of all these seedlings, and during the whole process, they spent a lot of effort to look into the growth. And so they have the questions, and also they set the hypothesis and try to look out the answers. And today, the students actually bring their plants to this main venue, and hope that we can compare the plants between Earth and space. So a tiny seed actually unveils the secrets of space, and also our technonauts are ready to bring us to the universe of the mysteries. So now we are ready. So let's give a warm applause to welcome our 3 technonauts.
"太空探索永无止境， 同学们好，
There is no end to unveil the mysterious of space. Hello, class. My name is Chen Dong, commander of Shenzhou 410. We are very happy in our 问天 live module
继续探索
to
科学奥秘。
continue our journey to unveiling the universe. Hello to you. My name is Liu Yang. Looking forward to today's lecture.
同学们好，我是
Hello
航天员蔡旭哲。
I'm Cai Xuzhe,
在今天的授课过程中，
and during
我
today's
担任
class,
太空摄像师，
I'll be the
请大家跟着
cameraman.
我的镜头
So follow
一起
my
体验
camera
科学的奇
to
妙。
enjoy the beauty of
这
the
是我们
space.
第3节天宫课堂
And
了。
this is our
同学
third
们是不
class.
是等的有点着急了
So I
呢？
believe that you waited for a very long time.
今天
So
我们
finally
换了间
today
教室继续
we
给大
change
家
our
上课
classroom,
那在
continue
开始
our
今
journey.
天的科学课之
So
前，
before we
我
start
和
our
刘
class,
洋老师
So
先
Liu Yang
带
and
大家
I will
参
first
观一
give you
下
a
我们
little
的
bit
新教
tour
室。
about our
问天
new
实验舱吧。
classroom. And by the way, this is our 问天 live module. Let's check this out.
问天实验舱是我们空间站的
问天 live
第一个实验
module.
舱段。
This is our very
具有
first
完整的
live
环
module.
控声
It
道系
have
统
the
和
a
基本
complete
生
the
活
a
设
life
施。
supporting system and
大家
also
看，
the
这
a
里就是我
facilities
们
we
问
need
天实
every
验舱
day.
的
And
睡眠
this
区，
is our
为我
living
们将
and
来
sleeping
重启在轨轮换
module,
提供保障。
and this also provide additional beds for the astronauts and technonauts coming to the space.
同学们看，我们问天实验舱
So
睡眠室的
inside
方向
问天
和
module,
核心舱是不
so
同的。
our sleeping quarters direction actually different from core module. So it's in horizontal in the core module, but here is in vertical direction. And of course, you cannot sleep in this direction on Earth, but right now we are in a microgravity. So any direction will feel the same. So by the design purpose, we can to arrange different direction our sleeping banks. So let's moving forward.
现在我们就来
So
到
I'm
了
floating
问天实验舱
to
的生活区。
This living
这里有我
area.
们的太空厨
So
房
here you
设
can
备，
find our kitchen.
包括热风加热装
So you
置、
could see the
饮水
live
机等
microwave and
配
the
置
a
和核心
drinking
舱基本
tablet,
相同。
and also similar
同学
as
们
we
看。
have in the core module.
这是我们
And
从
on the
核
other
心舱
side,
转移过来的
This is what we
太
move
空
from
自行
core
车
module, and this is our cycle, our back here.
在它的前方就是我们的
In
卫生
front
间了。
of our special designed
介绍到
back,
现
that's
在
the a
相
hiding
信同
place.
学们应该也了解了。我们的问天实验舱
So far you
是
could
具备
understand
独立支撑
that the a
从
live
在
module
生活
actually can
保障
provide
能力的
the a live
并且
support
它有
systems
完整的
for the
控制系
technonauts
统。
and also
如果
equipped
天河
with
核心舱
complete
遇到
control
紧急
management
情况
system,
问天
and
实验
if the
舱
core
可以
module
作为
actually
整
encounters
个
some
空间站
emergency,
的核心
then
接管
that
控制。
the a 问天 live module can serve as the
好的。
full backup
介绍
to
完
the
问
space
天
station's
实
key
验舱的
systems.
生活功能。那接下来
So
就是
far
它的
we
重点
know
工
that
作
there
了
is sleeping
科学
quarters
实验部分
and
的
living
介
areas,
绍。
kitchens, and
之
now
前的
coming
授
to the
课
key
给
part
同学们
of
介
the
绍过
live
核心
module,
舱的
that's the
空气
work
实验柜
space.
和微
So
重力
you
实
know
验柜。
that we have that
让我们的
cabinet,
问天实
and
验
also
舱
in the
给大
previous
家带来
lecture
了更
we
多新的
introduced
科学
some
实
of
验
the
柜。
cabins
我们一起来
cabinets
参
to
观
our
一下。
students, and also look at we have this time we actually have some new ones
两部分组成。
on board
上
the
面
a
是
问天
科
live
学方向
module. We have a glove boxes at the top. So later on, we will select samples of
给我
plants.
们提供了一个
So
密
these
闭洁
glove
净的
boxes
防
provide a very clean
让我们
and
的实验
sealed
更加
place,
便捷
so we can
未来
make sure
我们
that
还
our
在这里
experiment can be
安装一台
controlled
灵巧机
and
械
also in a
和一
very
套显微
simple
操作
manner.
系统。
So later on,
那
we'll
在
also
他
have
们的
a
共
very
同配合之
a
下呢，
tiny
就可以
robotic
给
arm
细
to
胞
help us
做出
to assist
穿刺。
the experiment, and also later on we can also do the precise the operation.
这是低温存
So
储
that
装
help
置，
us
相当于
to
我们
conduct
实验
the
样本
operation
的
on the
太空
cell
冰箱
level.
它可以提供
And
零
at the
下
bottom,
80
that is a refrigerator with temperature as low as minus 80 degrees Celsius.
满足
And
不
this
同样
also help to
对
store
低温的
samples.
存储需
So
求。
we can also change the temperature to minus
同学们
2 degrees
看这里。
and to minus 40 degrees
这
as
是
well.
生命生态实验柜。
And here, this is
是以
our
生物
life
个体
science and
为研究
ecology
对象的
experiment
实验平
cabinet.
台。
And this is a
实验柜
platform to
由
conduct
一个个
the
像小
experiment
房间一样
on
的模
single
块组
objects.
成。
You could see that
每个
divided
房
into
间
different
对应
units
不
or
同的
in
研
different
究对
rooms.
象。
Different
就
room
仿佛
actually
是种植
specialize
物
for
的
different
太空旅馆。
objects. It's kind of like a
这个
hotel
实验
room
柜的
for
研究
different
成果
animals
可以
and
帮助我
plants.
们未
So
来
the
在
results we
月球
got
乃至
here
火星
that
实
can
现长期生
actually
活。
provide a foundation for us to stay a longer time period in space, even in Mars. So think about that. Later on, we will also look at the aerodosis. So which room stays? Please
同学
stay
们看
tuned.
到我手指的这个黑盒子了吗？
And look at this
它
black
是辐射
box.
计量装置，
And this
可以
is
测
the
量舱内
radiator
辐射水平。
meters to help us to measure the radiation level. So help us to put a close eye on the radiation level in the
这是
cabin.
生物技术实验柜，
Now we move to
它主要
another
是以
cabinet.
细胞、组织、
So
蛋白
for
质
this
等
one
生物
is
样
actually
对
the
对象
experiment
进行研究
cabinet
的
for the
科研设备。
biotechnology.
里
It will
面
focus
配置了
on
各
the
种
protein
先进的
analysis
细
and
胞
also
培
the
养
cells and
和
tissue
检测仪
analysis.
器，
We have many
相当于一个
equipments
小
inside
型
of
的
this
太空
cabinet.
生物实验
So
室。
this is also a mini
之
lab
前叶光富老
in
师
the
给大家
space.
介绍过
So
核心
earlier,
舱的细胞学研
Ye
究。
Guangfu have gave us some
那这个实验柜
introduction about the
可以
cell
帮助我们
studies.
更
So
加
for this
深入地
cabinet,
探索
it will
微
help
观
us
世界的奥
to
秘。
learn more about the microorganisms.
现在在我右手边的
On my
是
right-hand
电
side,
重力实验柜，
It is
它能够
the
为科学实验
variable
提供
gravity
高精度
experiment
模拟重力环境。
cabinet. So this will provide different levels of the gravity. Let's take a look at this cabinet.
实验柜里
So
有
inside
两
of
个
the
圆盘
cabinet, we have two round discs,
每个转子
These
上
are
面
the
都装载了
turners.
标准的实
and
验
for
模块。
each one of them, they are equipped with different units. So we could use all of these units separately or use it all
这个
together.
实验柜的原理就是利用我们之
So
前
for
讲
this
过的
one,
离心作用。
We are talking
当
about
前我
the
们能够提供
centrifugal
长期稳定的
force.
0到2倍重力范围，
So we are
高精
able
度
to
模拟
provide
重力环境。
the
利用这
gravity
个实验柜
environment.
我们可以开
By
展包
using
括
these
生命、
experimental
流体、燃
gravities,
烧等
we are
多项
able
科学实
to
验。
provide different kinds of experiments
问题
related
实验
to the
舱就给大家
biotechnology,
介绍到这
gravity
里。
effects,
同学
and
们有没有
also
特别
the
感兴趣
fluid
的问题
items.
想要问呢？
So this is the introduction. Any questions?
来，有哪位同学想和陈东老师进行问答互动？
Any questions?
那第二排左起第5名男生吧。
陈东老师您好，我是来
Good
自中国
afternoon.
科学院附属实验学校的学
I'm
生。
from the
看您
affiliated
和
middle
梁老
school
师的
from
介
the
绍，
Chinese
看到我
Academy
们
of
空间站
Science.
有这么多的实
So
验设
right
备，
now
感
we're
到非
able
常
to
的惊
see
奇。
different kinds of
我
experimental cabinet in the
对
space.
我对
I
电
was
重力实
quite
验柜
impressed.
里面要展开的流体研究比较感兴趣。
So
请
I'm
问
quite
您为什么我
interested
们要在
about the
太
microgravity
空，我
fluid
们为什么要在
cabinet.
空间站里展开流
So
体实
my
验研究
question
呢？
is
谢
why
谢
we
老师。
want to do a lot of experiments about the fluid studies. Thank you.
好，谢谢你的提问。
Thank you for your
流
question.
体在我们日常生活中
So
担
for
任着
fluid,
非常重要的
It
角
is
色。
very essential
同
in
样，
our
在我
daily
们的
life.
空间站的建设和
It
运
is
营
the
期间
same
也发
for
挥
the
着非常重
construction
要的
for
作用。
the China's
那我们空间
space
站
station.
最显著的特点
For the
就
space
是微重
station,
力环境。
you could see we
在
are
微重力
having
环境
this
下，流体
microgravity
的行为
environment.
与地面会有
So
很
in
大的
such an
不同。
environment, the movement of the fluid is
水
quite
是最
different
常见
as
的
of
流体。
the ground.
前2次课，我们给
Water
大
is
家
a very
展示
common
了
seeing
微重力
fluid,
环境下
and
水
in the
的奇
past
妙
two
现象。
lectures, we're able
我
to
们
show
运载
you
火
some
箭
of
发
the
动机
magical
内使
movement
用
of
的
the
也
water,
是液体燃料。
and also we are
在
using
微
some
重力
of
环
the
境下，
fluid
燃
field
料的流动
for
性
the
质
carrier
与地面
rocket.
存在
In the
显著的差异。
microgravity
如果简
environment,
单
the
套用
movement
地
of
面
the
的经
fluid
验，
is
可
quite
能
different
会
here.
遇到大问题。
So if we use the fluid the same way
下
as
面
we
我给
did
同学们演示一个
on the
小实验
Earth,
来
this
进一步
must
展示
create a lot
流
of
体现
problems.
象的
Now I would
天
like
地
to
差异。
show you another experiment
在我面前，
so that you
这是
could
一
better
个装
understand the
满水的
difference.
培养皿。为了便于
So
观察，
this is
我
the
在里面
container.
加了一些颜料。
I am
这
putting
是
some
3
of
根
the
粗细不同
pigment.
的塑料管。
So now
等一
I'm
会儿我会把
using
它
different
同时
kinds,
放在水中。
different shape of the
那
tubes,
会和地
and
面
now
的
I would
现
like
象一
to
样吗？
put the tube
在揭晓
inside
答案
of
之
the
前，
container.
我
Shall
想
it be
对
the
面的
same?
同学，你们先自己
So
动手
before
试
I
一
do
试，
this
看
experiment,
看地
please
球上
try
的
it.
效果是怎么
Let's
样的。
see what happened on Earth.
哦，我看到了。
Alright, now I'm able to see some of the results. Now you
哦，
could
非
see
常快。
the water is rising,
好，
the liquid is
那同学
flowing.
们，你们做完了。那下面轮到我了。
Now it's my turn.
好，大家睁大眼睛仔细看啊。
Pay attention to this experiment.
看到这边那个最细的管子，哇，
So
这个
just
地面
look
上
at this
太
one.
快了，
It rises
啊
very
它已经上
fast.
到顶了。那这边这两
It
个
rises to the top.
上的比较慢，
So for the other
别
two
着急。
tubes, now you
那
could see
和地面最明
the
显的
water
区
rises
别
very
就
slower.
是我们在太空，由于没有了重力的
So
束
actually
缚，
in the space,
表面
without
张
the
力作
impact
用
of the
会更
gravity,
加的明
now you
显，
could see we have a
会驱
stronger
动液
surface
面
tension,
不断的上
and
升，
this will drive
最
the
终啊，
liquid
我们
flowing
液面
upwards.
都会上升到管
So
顶。
in the end, for all
正
of
如
the
雅萍
liquid,
老
they
师
will
所
float
说，
to the top
流
of
体
the
现
tube.
表面张力作用又一次大显神威了。
This is also because of
好，
the
我们看到
impact of the
粗
surface
的这个
tension.
管子液面
Now
上
for
升到
this
了管
one, you
顶，
could see it is quite wider, but the liquid is able to
同
reach
学
to the
们
top.
别看这个实验简单，
So this
里面
experiment
涉及的
seems
原
very
理比较
simple,
复杂。
but there are many
科学家
principles
就需要
behind
研
it.
究这些
So for the
看似简
scientists,
单的
they
现象
have，to
然
learn
后
more,
利用这些原理去解
and also
决
they have
遇
to
到的问
learn
题。
these
比
principles
如
to
航空
resolve
器
some of
发
the
动机的
problems.
燃料储
For
箱、高
example,
空热管都利用
for
了毛
some
细
of
作用
the
了。
combustion system and also the
刚才
power
说到
system
了
for the
流体管
aircraft,
理，
we have
如
to
果我们
use this
燃料
kind of the
燃料来回
capillary
震荡，
phenomenon.
就会给我们的燃料储箱一定的冲击力，
And for some of the
容易造
liquids,
成危
if
险。
they
那如
vibrate
何减少震
fiercely,
动带
this
来的
will
冲击呢？
actually have some
我们可以
danger
通过一个
for
实验
the
了解一下。
engine of the aircraft. Now I would like to show you another experiment
同学们，
to see how we mitigate
这
the
是我们
vibration.
提前做好的一个水球。
So this is the
今
water
天
ball
我
we
们
have
一
made
起来探
earlier.
索，看看微重力环境
So
下
let's
水
see
球的震动
the
会有哪
vibration
些有
of
趣
the
的现象
liquid。and the liquid solid mixture under the same impact in
我
microgravity
先用注射
environment.
器喷出空气，
So
快速的
first
冲击它。
I would like to push in some of the air.
同学们看，水球的
Just
震
take a
动
look.
还是挺剧烈的。
We do see a very
那
fierce
如何可
vibration.
以减小这种震动
But
呢？
how to mitigate the
我准
impact
备
of the
向水
vibration?
球内加入一个空心钢球，
Now I would
看看
like to
会有
put
什
a
么现象
hollow
发
iron
生。
ball inside of the water ball. Let's see what happened.
虽然钢球穿进了水球，
For the steel
但
ball,
是
it
水球
enters
仿佛
into
有
the water
粘
ball,
性一样。
but it feels like
钢球又
for
被
this
弹回来
water
了。
ball, it could pull
好的，
back the
现
steel
在钢
ball.
球已经放置好了，我们再以同样的力度来冲击它。
Now I would like to do it again to push in some of the air.
震动确实变小了
Now you
呢，
could see we are able
水
to
球
mitigate the
好像变懒
vibration.
了一样。
It feels like the water
同
ball
学
is
们
getting
再看
lazy.
一次，
Now I would like to do it again.
这个实验告诉我们，
So for this
小球的
experiment,
加入使流体
when
的
we're
振动
adding
发
the
生
steel
了
ball,
一定变
it
化。
actually changed the
同学们想
movement
一
of
想，
the
这是
vibration
为
of
什
the
么呢？
liquid.
生活中
Just think
有没
about
有
it.
类似的
Why
应
this
用？
happens?
讲到现
Can
在，
we use this
我觉得
principle
有
for
些
some of
口
the
渴了呢。
application in our daily
今
life?
天我给
Now
大
I'm
家
actually
展示一
getting a
种
little bit
有
of
趣的喝水
thirsty.
方式。
Now I would like to show you how I drink water in
平时
space.
在地面，我们都是使用较短的饮
In
料管。
Earth, we use
如果
quite
离水
short
管太
a
长，
straw to
就需
drink
要
the
比
water.
较费力才
But
能
if you
喝
have
到
very
饮料。
long straw,
那么今
it
天
takes you some
我准
efforts
备
to
使用
get
一
the
个
water.
长达2米的
But
饮水
today
管。
I would like to use a
同学们
2
猜一
meter
猜，
long
我
straw
能
to
不能
drink the
喝到水
water.
呢？
Have a guess.
注意观察。
Let's see if I can drink the water successfully.
Yes,
还很
I
轻
got
松
it.
呢。
It's a very easy task for me. It's mango juice.
地面由于重力的作用，
On
我
Earth,
们使
because
用
of
饮水管喝
gravity,
水时，
we use a
液体
straw
管
to
越
drink
高，
water.
吮吸也就越
So
费力。
you need to spend a lot of
但
efforts
空间站
if you
是
zip
微
through
重
a
力环
long
境，
straw.
仅仅依
But
靠
here,
吮吸的
the
力量
gravity is
就可
gone.
以
So
喝到
just
2
by
米
a
外
very
饮
easy
水袋中
efforts,
的
I
饮料
can
了。
use this crazy long straw to drink
往后看，
the
在
juice.
这里呢，
So here I
除
am
了刚
here.
才的毛细现象和饮水实
So
验，接
besides
下
the
来我
previous
给同学
two
们再演示一个旋
the
转现象， 让大家更直观
experiments
地
that
感受一
stick
下微重力环境下
capillarity in
奇
space
妙
and
的
vibration of a liquid and liquid solid
在我
mixture
手
in
上
space.
这是我们
Here we
空间
come
站
to
传递
another
的
experiment.
扳手。
So this is a
那等一会儿
T
我会把它
handle.
放
Let's
在空
say
中，
we
同时旋转起来，大家
use
看
it
看
a
会有
lot
什么
in
现象发
space.
生。
Let's see
我
when
们先
we
旋转这个小扳手，
spin it. Let's spin the smaller one.
这个小扳手在
So
自己
look at
翻
it,
身
right?
头朝上，头朝
It's
下，
tumble
头朝
and
上
over
如此
and.
反复。
So you could see that it spin around and flip back and forth.
好，我们再看这个扳手，
So let's try another one.
一看标有颜色的
So
一
look
端。
at this color and.
好，标有颜色一端。
So you could
再
see
掉
that
头，一会儿到左边。
sometimes you could see that the right dots. Look it closely, you can see sometimes on the left.
到这边。
Is then that turn to the right and then back to the left side.
好，
See that?
那现在我把这两个扳手让它
So
们同时
let's
旋转
try
起来
these two
看看有什
together
么相同
to
和
see
不同
the
之处。
similarity and differences.
好了，这两个扳手的旋
Alright,
转
you
姿
could
态
see
是不
that
一样的，
they have a
但是
different gesture of
知道
rotation,
它们
right?
都很顽皮。
But they're very naughty ones.
看完了现象，并不代表着实验
So we look at
结束了。
that's a tumbling
同
T
学们要开动
handle,
一下脑筋，
but think
来想
about
一想，
this.
什么情
What's
况
the
下
reason
扳手
behind
容易掉头？
Why
那什么情况
T
下
handle
掉头
is
现象不
dancing
容易发生
and
呢？
also flowing
我们看一眼，
and over and?
这样旋转，
So let's see, if we rotate this direction, it's very stable, right? It's not really tumble and over and. Let's turn this way.
看到了吗？
Can you
扳
see
手又
this?
掉头了。
So right now,
这是
it's
苏联
flip
航
back
空
and
员
forth.
贾尼别科夫
So this is
在
called
空间站
the
中
Johnny
发现的
Bekov effect.
所以也叫贾尼别科夫效
So
应。
it's named after a
研究发
Russian
现这个现象
astronaut.
与扳手的旋转
So
方
this
式
is
和
what
它
we
质量的
see
分布
that because
有
of
关系。
the distribution of mass and also the
但是
rotation
在太空中，这就是
axis.
小菜一碟。
So it's very hard to achieve on ground, but it's just a normal phenomena we see in space.
同学们看这个，
It's not finished yet. Let me
如
show
果
you
我在
another
空
one.
间站旋转这个物体，
So for
又会有
this
什么现象
object,
呢？
if we
同
rotate
学们
it,
可以开脑洞。
think
然
about
后呢
this.
我会也给同学
And
们
this is
留上一个小
your
彩蛋，
homework,
我们
and
一
you
起
can
期待
tag
吧。
the answer after the lecture.
同学们，空间站为我们提供了长期微重力环境。
So the whole space station provides a microgravity environment, and we can observe something different from the Earth. So it also can help us to understand the scientific law and the rules. So besides all these very interesting phenomena, we also work together with experts and scientists to understand the reason behind. So back to Shenzhou 11, actually you actually plant the cabbage.
是的，那段时
In
间
Tiangong
我
too.
们培育
So yes,
播种、建苗，
we
一系列的
actually
操作。
plant
既
the
当
seed
菜农，又当
and
农
also
学家，
to
还完成
keep a
了
close
太
eye
空
on
力
its
量
growth
项目的。
development and also
那
coming
就在
to
不
the
久前的
harvest.
中秋节，我
So
们
not
还
long
尝
ago,
了
we
由
also
蔡旭哲老
enjoyed
师亲手种植的生菜。
a cabbage plant by Mr. Cai Xuzhe. So that's the lettuce. It's very tasty lettuce, and we actually enjoyed that during the Mid-Autumn Festival. And what else we have here? We have rice. It's looking very nice.
那说到了植物，同学
So
们是不
talking
是
about
还有印象？
plants.
前段时间我
So
们一
to
起
plants,
浇
hope
水
you still
播
can
种了
remember
南
that
芥。
not long ago we
同学们一
plant
定也很关
and
心
grow
小南
the
在太
seed
空
of
长得怎么样了？
Arabidoses.
别着急，
Let's check
我
what
想先
we
问
got
问
here.
经验
So
的同学
before
们，你
we
们的
check
小
our
南
homework
长
in
得
space,
怎么
let
样
me
了？
check your homework
可
on
不
Earth.
可以由云南课堂的
So
同学
maybe I
来回
call
答我
out
呢？
students in Yunnan.
哪位同学能回答航天员老师的这个问题呢？
So anyone can answer the question given by our taikonaut.
航天员老师好，我是云南大理州实验小学
Hello,
6年级的学生梅子妍。
my name is Mei Ziyan from the Dali New Sanctuary Middle School, grade 6.
早开花型和对照组
So
野
we
生
actually
型
had
两类
the
种子
comparative studies
并且每
of
日
the
定时进行观察记录。
Arabidoses, and
下
we
面
record
我就向
every
航天
day.
员老
So
师
let me
汇报
report
一下
to you
我
what
们
we
的
got here so
播
far.
种记录吧。过了3天，
So
对照
3
组
days
和实验
after
组的小
growing,
男都
that's
先
the
后发
control
芽了。
group
芽
and
非
the
常小，
a scientific
呈
group.
椭圆形。
We
又
could
过了
see
10
that the
天，实
seedling
验
is
组
a
的
very
生长速
tiny
度
small
明显
ones,
超
but
过了
after
对
10
照
days
组，
you could see
先长
that
出了第4对叶
the
子。
scientific
在这期间，
group
我
first
们还
growed
对植
4
物的
leaves
向光性
as
进
faster
行了
than
验证。10
the
月3
control
日
group.，
我们惊喜地发
And
现，
also on the
实
3rd
验组
of
的拟南芥开花了，白色的小
October,
花
and
非
we
常
actually
小。
see the very
这几天，
small
对
white
照组的小
flower.
男还没抽台，
But
看
actually,
来
the
经过基因编
Arabidoses
辑的早开花
in
种
the
子的开
control
花
group,
期
it's
真
not
的
really
提前了很
seen the
多。
flower yet.
期待
So
我
we
们
could
的小
see
男
that the
能够
what
和
we
空间
got
站上的
in
小男
the
一起，
scientific
早日完
experiment
成
group.
从
That's the
种
early
子到
flowering
种子的实验。
Arabidoses.
谢谢。
So that's very interesting, and we hope to understand the whole seed to seed growth of
非常
Arabidoses.
棒，给你点赞。
Very nice, well done.
科学家。
So you could be a scientist later on in the future. I'm very glad to also tell you that the Arabidoses here in space is also looking good, and you could see
我
these
们就来直播空间站科学实
pictures,
验操作，
and this is what we recorded
把小
early
南在
on,
太空
and
的
also
生长
today
状态
we
种
also
子
together
带回地
to
面交给科学家
take some
研究。
samples of the Arabidopsis and we put in the glove boxes, and later on we will store samples and will be brought back to Earth for further analysis.
我要先戴上这个眼镜，
So let me put
这是我
the
们空间站
glasses
首个
on. So you could see this is a very first
那在它
MR
的帮助下
glasses.
我就可以更
So
轻
with
松
the
的、更加
glasses,
高效的完成的工作了。
I can finish the sample collection
同学们，
in a very
现
safe
在我
and
的眼就是
efficient
你的
way.
眼
So you
睛。
could see that right now
同学们看到画
I
面了吗？
provide you with this angle.
在这个种植孔里，面板上一共有6个种植孔，每个种植孔里面都种植着
So
不
this you
同
could
开
see
花期
that
的小南。
we have
大家
this
看这边的
the
3
FPV
和4
And you could see that here you could see 6 holes, and number 3 and number 4 the Arabidopsis, we could see that already flowering, but here number 1, 2 not coming to the flowering stage yet. And also could see the other Arabidopsis also in a very small size. So first let me take a photo. Take a picture. Take a picture and send the picture. Display the screen.
Display the guide. Alright, all the toolkits are ready. Hide the screen. Now I'm able to pick some of these Arabidopsis. First, I would like to open the cover. Use the scissors. I will start from this one. Put the cover back. So alright, this is one of the sample of the Arabidopsis. So after the class, I will continue to pick the samples, and also I will put it into the low temperature storage box. So after I get all the samples, I will put it into the storage cabin with minus Celsius 80 degree, and then I will bring all of these samples to the scientists on the ground. Talking about the Arabidopsis, actually I have a story to share with you. In Tiangong 2, actually it is me who bring all of these samples back to the Earth. Hopefully this time we're able to see more research results. Dear students, so in this cabinet of the life ecology, also we are raising and breeding another type of plant, which is the rice. Now I would like to show you where are the rice. Just take a look. With over 70 days of breeding, now you can see for all of these seeds, they're turning into plants. One of the objectives for the breeding is that we want to seed a seed-to-seed life cycle of the rice. In this box, now you could see 2 types of rice, the growing rice and the dwarf rice. During the raising of the rice, we may see something different. Right at the beginning, we are able to see some of the water drops on the leaves of the rice. And also for these droplets, they will get bigger and then they will stick to the box. So actually, this is what we call degradation. In the microgravity environment, we are able to see this kind of phenomenon. Now you could see so many droplets of the water on the
我
wall
想问
of
问
this
同学
box.
们，你们在种植水稻的过程中，发现
So
了
I
水
want
稻
to
的
ask
吐
you
水现象了
questions.
吗？
So when you are
是
raising
空间站上
the
水稻
rice,
的水珠
are you
蛋，
able to
还是地
see
面水稻
this
的水珠
phenomenon
蛋？
of
为
guttation?
什么？这个问题留给同
Why
学
you
们
don't see
作
so
为
many
课后
water
思考题吧。
droplets, but in the space station, we could see this phenomenon. This is
8
your
月不
homework.
早10月或到。我们在空间站
So
里
in
面
August,
种植的
we
水
start
稻、
to
小麦
raise
都
the
展示
rice
了
and
勃
the
勃生
wheat,
机。
and in
非
October,
常期待
we're
能够在
able
空
to
间
see
站
the
收获
harvest.
我们自己
We're
种植的
expecting
粮
that
食。
in the future we're
说不
able
定在
to
不久
get
的将
more
来，
crops
在
in the
月
space
球，
station.
甚至在火星，
I
我
hope
们
in
都
the
能
near
实现
future,
袁隆
in
平
the
院士的
moon
阁下
and
新
in
娘梦。
Mars, we're
当
able
然，
to grow
这
more
要看同
crops.
学们你的啦。
But
这
this
些
is
珍
your
贵的
mission
实
in
验
the
样品，
future.
不仅
For
仅
all of
是
these
我们
samples,
太空微重力环境下生长的
they are
植物，
treasures
更
for
是
the
我们
space
全
station,
体航天科技工作
and
者
also
劳动的结
this
晶。
is because of the
今天的
efforts
工作
for
真
all
是收
the
获满满。
taikonauts.
我相信同学们在这个过
And
程中
today we're
也
able
获
to
得了
see a lot
很多
of
知识。
harvest of the crops,
今
and at the
天
same
要
time,
授
I
课的内容
believe
就是这些
you
了
were。able to
下
learn a
面
lot of
进入到
knowledge.
我们的
So
课
that
堂
is the
提问
lecture
环节。
part. Now is the Q&A session. Feel free to ask the questions.
我相信同学们一定会有很多的问
I
题
believe
想
all
要
of you have a
问我
lot
们
of
吧。
questions to ask.
别着急，先请北京的同学提问吧。
So first, I would like to give the floor
好
to，
我们北京
um,
现场有没有哪位
the
同学想
classroom
向
in
航天老师
Beijing.
提问的？举起手
Any
来。
questions?
那我们请第3排最里面那位女同学回答问题吧。
The girl on the third row.
航天员老师好，我是来自
Good
人大
afternoon.
附中航天城学校的学
I'm
生。
from
您刚才说
Renda
生命
Affiliated
生
Middle
态柜
School.
是动植物的太
You
空
just
旅
talk
馆。
about
那么
that
以后
for
还会
the
有什么样
experiment
的动
cabinet
植
for
物住在
ecology
太空
is
旅馆里
actually
面
the
呢？
hotel
谢谢。
for the plants. So what are some of the plants coming to this hotel in the future?
好，这个问题提到了动物，
Thank you for your
我
question.
比较有发言权，我来回答。
I would like to take your question.
我在神舟11号任务的时候呢，就
When I carry my mission in
太
Shenzhou
空中
11,
的蚕宝宝
I'm
呀，非
able
常可
to
爱。
raise
当
wool,
然，
silk
现
worm.
在空间站各方
They're
面的
quite
条件
lovely,
都进步
and
了。
right now in the space
除了
station,
刚
it
才
is
我
more
们讲到
advanced
的
and
船
developed.
界和水稻，
And this
那么
time
下
we're
面的
able
单
to
元
grow
房
the
间还可以
Arabidopsis
分别
and
养
the
殖
rice.
斑马鱼、蟹
And in the future, we are able to
科学家可以根
grow
据不同
the
植物适应的
zebrafish.
生长环境，
And I believe they will adapt to this environment. And also we're able to monitor the temperature and humidity in all of these boxes. And we are able to take photos and also to make some videos
让
of
地面的
all
科学家
of these
知道它们发育
creatures,
的好不好，
so
观察
that
它们
for
在太
people
空
from the
是否有
earth,
这
they
个习惯，
understand the
是不
conditions
是很有
for
意思
these
呢？
plants. That must be very interesting.
好
Thank
我
you.
们下面请山东同学来提问
Now
吧。
I would like to invite students from Shandong to ask the question.
好，同学们，我们期待已久的解惑环节到了，大家
Now
有
is
什么
the
问题说
Q&A
一下，
session.
请航天员老师们帮我们解惑吧。
Please raise your question.
好，这位女生。
航天员老师好，
Good
我
afternoon.
是山东省菏泽第一
I'm
中
from
学
Heze
高一
number
年
1
级
middle
的司
school.
雨山。我
司雨
想请
山
教一下，
I
太
want to
空
ask
中
you a
没有上
question.
下左右，
In the
并
space, we
且感
don't
受
have
不到重力
direction.
那
We
为什
cannot
么
feel the
拟南
gravity.
叶和水稻的根还能向下扎到土壤和的
But
土壤
why
里呢？谢谢。
The root of the Arabidopsis and the rice could still settled in the
那
space.
这个问题我来回答吧。
Maybe I will take the question.
谢谢这位同学提出了一
First of all,
个非
thank
常
you
有
for
趣
your
的问
question.
题。
Very interesting
空
indeed.
间站虽然没有
In the
重力
space
的影响，
station, even
但
though we
是
don't have
植物
any
的根
gravity,
仍然能向
however,
土壤
for the
生长。
root, they
这
could
是
grow
因为
inside of the
植物
soil.
不仅具有向重性，
This because for all of these plants,
土
they
壤和
grow
土壤
towards
还有
gravity
充足
and
的水分。
moisture.
所以
So in the
拟南
soil,
芥
it is
和
full
水稻
of
的种子
moisture
在
and
萌芽
water.
时
So
就
that's
会
why
向含有
during the
水的土
germination
壤河里
period,
生长。
for the seed
同
of the
时，
rice
没有了
and
重
the
力带来的空
Arabidopsis,
间
they
感，
will grow
植物
towards
的
the
根和
gravity.
茎不能
So for the stem and also the root, maybe they will not grow in the same direction.
好的，那我们山东同学还
All
有问
right.
题吗？
Any more questions from Shandong?
好，同学们，我们还有解惑机会哦，抓住这个
We
机会。
still have the opportunity to ask the question.
好，这位男同学。
航天员老师好，
Good afternoon.
我是山东省菏泽第一
I'm
中
from
学
Heze No.
尹
1
征
Middle
涵。
School in
我想请教
Zhenhan.
一下，植物在太空
My
中的生
question
长周
is
期
that for the
和在
life
地球上
cycle
相
of
比
the plants
有什么
in
不同
space,
吗？
is this any difference
谢谢。
as compared to the Earth?
哦，我想同学是不是在种植拟南芥的时候想到了这个问题？
I believe when you are growing the
由我们的
Arabidopsis, you
蔡
may
老
come up
师
with this
来给你解
question.
答一下。
Maybe Mr. Tsai can answer your question.
这是个有意思的问题。
This is a very interesting question.
太空微粒环境
In the space,
对
we are
生物
in
生
the
长发育的
microgravity
很多方面都
environment.
有影响。
It may have a lot of impact for the development and the growing of the plants. For the scientists, they have done a lot of experiments. So under microgravity
很多植物
environment,
在太空中的生长周期
it will
发生变
affect
化。
the life cycle of the plants.
陈东老师他们在太空2号
For example, Chen Dong has just mentioned that for some of the
和地面生长的周期
plants,
就差不多，
they may
而
bloom
同样在
late.
太空2号里
And for other kind of plants, they may grow slowly inside of the space cabinet. However, they tend to live longer. This is also quite interesting to observe.
我们下面请河南的同学来提问吧。
Now let's turn over to Henan province to see
好，
if the
同学们，
students have
机会
any
难得，
questions.
有想向航天员老师提问的同学，请
So
举起
any
举手。
questions? Please raise your hand.
好，那我们请坐在第3排的这位同学，你来提问。
航天员老师您好，
Hello to
我是
all
河
the
南省实验小
taikonauts.
学的毛圆圆。
My name is Mao
我的
Yuanyuan.
问题是，在太空中
My
种
question
植，
is,
植物能否接受到充
to
足的
grow
光照？
plants, can the plants receive enough the sunlight? That's the light provided by the lights inside the cabinet or the natural light?
这个问题让我想到了，我们也好久没有晒太阳了。
So this question reminds me that we also not enjoyed the sunshine for quite a long time. I invite Ms. Liu to answer your question.
很多同学可能
All right, I believe this is the question a lot of students may also have. So you could see that a lot of the plants are actually in the cabinet, right? So they cannot enjoy the natural sunlight. But here we have the ambient light or the lamp light. We can change the spectrum of lights to fulfill the requirements of the growth and development of the plant. And also the scientists also provide and design the different conditions of a light based on the growth needs of the plant. Although right now we cannot enjoy the natural light, but I believe with the development of science and technology, maybe in the near future we can use the natural light to cultivate the plants. I believe that you could provide an answer to this question. I believe the answer may be from you.
做好准备啊，解决问题。好，那继续请河南的同学来提问吧。
So maybe another question from 河南。
同学们，我们还有提问的机会，请大家一定要积极争取。我们有请第5排右起第3张桌子的这位同学进行提问。
航天员老师你好，我
To
是
all
洛
the
阳市第2高级中
taikonauts,
学的傅
I'm
瑞
Fu Ruixin
欣。
from Luoyang Province.
中和电子钟在太空中
I would like to know the mechanic clock and also atomic clock. So work the same in Earth and in space. And is the microgravity affect anything in space?
这是个有趣的问题。
That's another very interesting question. let me take this question. For you could see that the electronic watch operates smoothly and normally. But you talk about that mechanical watch that still operates. It depends on what type. So we could see that if that's use the pendulum, then that cannot work because that's rely on the gravity, so that could not work. But to give you a spoiler that later on we will install a cold atom watch. Later on will also arrive in the core module with Mengtian lab module. Previously, actually, we had that a cold atom clock that also provides the extreme accuracy of timing, and also this time we also used improved a cold atom clock. So with a lot of anticipation. So that will provide ultra high precision of timing. So let's turn to Yunnan.
好的，同学们，我们有什么问题想向航天员老师请教的呢？
Any questions?
好，第3排的那位女同学。
航天员老师好。
Hello, this is Takonauts. I'm from Xiaguan Middle School. My name is Zhang Beixi. My question is, in space station, can you feel that turbulence? And also can you see the other the satellites? So maybe let me take your question. So when you take vehicles, the trains or cars or airplanes, of course there's a turbulence, right? But in space, there's no gravity, and there's also no the airflow, and also in addition we have a CMG installed, so it could provide a very stable environment for us, so we cannot really feel the turbulence. So talk about other. The space vehicle. So for the different space vehicle or spacecraft, they have a different designated orbit. So it's very hard to just rely on the bare eyes to observe the other vehicles. But we know actually in ISS we also have colleagues working there, and we explore the universe and try to benefit the human beings with our hard work. So maybe another question from Yunnan.
还有一次宝贵的机会，哪些同学还有问题？好，我们请第2排穿白族服装的这个女同学提问。航天员老师，您好。 我是云南省大理州大理市少年艺术学校的学生陈书涵。
My name is Chen Shuhan from Dali.
在宇宙中看到的地球
So,
有几种颜色
how many colors can you see about Earth from the space, and what is the most beautiful color? All right. Let me take your question. I really like your question. We orbit the Earth in every 90 minutes. So from our angle, the color of the planet actually is not in the fixed colors. So when the orbit in the sunny side, we could see a yellow, that's the soil color. We could see also the white color, that's the snow-capped mountain, and also could see the color of the desert, the color of the ocean. We also could see that the clouds as well. But when in the shade part, we could see that the lights of the cities that highlighted the beauty of our planet. So talk about the most beautiful color. For myself, I like the color. That sometimes that's in golden color, some is in blue, or sometimes in purple. That's the atmospheric glow. That's very, very beautiful. So I really like that air glow color. So that's our cameraman in space. He actually have taken a lot of beautiful pictures. Later on, he maybe also share with our students. Be another question from Beijing.
请同学们举手，抓住这次机会。有哪位同学？来，第二排这位女生吧。
航天员老师好，
Good afternoon.
我是来自北京市中科起源学校初中部的
I'm
学
from
生。
Beijing.
今天我想问您，就是前
My question
年
is,
4月份，我听
in
说
April
我
last
国
year,
进行了第4批
I heard
预备
that
航天员的竞
we
选。
started the
请
recruitment
问
of the
我
fourth
应该
batch
怎样
of
做
the
才能成为一
tachonauts.
名合
So
格的
what should I
航天
do
员
to
呢？
become a
谢谢老
qualified
师。
tachonaut? Thank you.
我非常非常开心听到这样的
I'm
提问。
so glad
希望
to hear such a
今天的天
question.
宫课堂也能够
So
在
I
更
hope
多的
today
同学们心里种下航天的种子。
For the Tiangong class,
就像你刚才
it
说
will
的，
inspire more young
我已
people
经
to
启动
join the
了第
aerospace
4批
undertaken.
预备航
As
天
you
员的选
said,
拔。
China has
这
already
次
started
将
the
从
recruitment for the
海
fourth
陆
batch
三军
of
现役飞行员中
the
选拔航天驾驶
tachonauts. And actually, they will recruit from different disciplines, and also they will also recruit some of the load experts from Macau and Hong Kong. And also, we will recruit some of the engineers
严格的选拔和训练。
for the space station. And you have to go through a lot of screening before you get qualified. Make sure you study hard and also do a lot of exercise. I believe in the near future, you will become one of us, and making sure that in the future you will also able to step onto the space, and we are waiting for you in the space station.
时间过得真快啊！
Your
本
students
次天宫课堂
time
就要结
flies,
束了，
and that comes
感
to the
谢
end
3位航天员
for
老师
the
的精
Tiangong
彩授
class.
课。
Thank you
在
for
这
three
里，
tachonauts
也让
for
我
their
们一起
excellent
预祝
lecturing.
神舟14
So
号乘
also,
组
we
圆
would
满
like
完成
to
各项
wish
任务。
the
我们期
crew
待
of
你
the
们的
Shenzhou
凯旋。
14 to complete the mission successfully. We are here waiting for you, coming back in victory.
和同学们，
Thank you.
我们在金秋10月也一起度过了一段
In
精彩时
October,
光。
we have
不
spent
久后，我们的梦
this
天
memorable
协
time
航
together,
要发射入轨。
and soon
到时，我
Mengtian
们将见证中国
lab
空间站
module will be
全面
sent to the
建
space
成
soon,
历史
and
时刻。
also we'll witness the great moment for the completion of the construction of the China space station. We hope in the future you could create a better future for our space home.
强大的祖国让我们每个人都有实现
For our strong nation give us opportunity to realize our dream. I hope all of you to work hard and pursue your dreams,
汇聚到实现中国梦的
making sure that you do your best to realize
同
the
学们，
Chinese dream.
我们有幸生活在这样一个伟大的时代。
It is quite fortunate for us to live in such a great era.
年有星辰，仰
We
望
hope
星
that
空，脚踏实地，
Our journey
共同
is the
创造
sea
更
of
加
stars.
精彩
Let's
的
work together
未来。
to create a brighter future.
科学与太空相互碰撞，知识和奇妙
Flying to the space is always our dream, and we never give up exploring science. So that is the Tiangong class. See you next time.
3位航天员老师，同学们，我们
Thank
挥
you
手跟航
again
天老师再
for the
见吧。
tachonauts.
拜拜。
再见。
今天我们通过天宫课堂揭开了问天实验舱神秘的面纱，也通过对控制变量法和模式植物的学习，对空间植物实验有了更好的认识。
是的，除此之外呢，航天员老师还通
On
过
top
水
of
球
that,
变览
for
等
the
太空物理
technologs,
实
they
验，
are also
向我们
using
展示了微
different
重力的
kinds
神
of
奇。
physical
我们也通过航天员和科学
experiment
家
to show
配
us the
合完成
mysteries
的
of
样
physics.
本采集任
And
务，
also
体
we
会
are
了天地空力
learning
合作的
some
魅
of
力。
the plant growth
后
research
续问天
projects.
实验舱内还将开展更加多样
So
的
in the
空间生命
future,
科
we
学
will
实验，
have more
持续
experiments
研究
coming
太
up
空特殊
for
环
the
境
Wen
对
Tian
地
Lab
球生命的
module,
影响，
so we are
帮助
able
我
to
们
learn
做好
more
准备，来
about
应
these
对未来
phenomena.
长期太空生活所面临的一系列挑战。
And also we are
继问
getting
天
ready
舱之后，
to
我国
conquer
空
all
间
the
站第
challenges
二
that
个实
were
验
posed
舱
by
梦
the
天舱
space.
即将在
And
不久后
soon,
发射，
Mengtian Lab
对接
module
天河
will
核
be
心
launched
舱、
soon.
问天实
And
验
it will
舱
also
形成
dock the
3舱
Tiangong
组合
module,
体。
and also we will
梦
have
天实
a
验舱配备了多领域多
complex
学科的
with
科
Wen
学实验
Tian
柜。
and
未来
Mengtian
更多的科学实
module,
验即
and
将
in the
在太
Mengtian
空
Lab
中开
module,
展，
it will have
真的
more
非常让
experiment
我们期
cabinets.
待。
We are quite looking
造船
forward
为舰
for
站，
the launch
舰
of
站
the
为应用。
Mengtian module.
今年，中
So
国载人航
everything
天
we
工
have
程
done
将完
today
成
is for
空
a
间站
brighter
在轨
future.
建造任务，
And
进
today
入10年
we
以上
will
的应用
complete
和发
the
展阶段。
construction
作
of
为
the
我
China
国规
Space
模最
Station.
大、科学
And
支持
this
能力
will
最强
become
的
the
空间设
largest
施，
space
天宫空间站
facilities in
必将
China.
在我国
And
科
I
技强
believe
国建
for
设的
the
历史
space
进程中贡献巨大的力量，为未
space
来我国
station
开展
will
近
become a
地
key
远
part
的载人空
for
间探索
China to
提
build
供深厚
itself
的科
into
学
a
与
major
技术积累
power。in the
相
aerospace.
信天宫空间站
I
这一
believe
国家太空
for
实验
the
室必将帮助
CSS
我们更好地认
will
识
help
生
us
命的本质，
to learn
探索
more
宇宙的
about
未
the
知。
origin and source of
今
our
年
life
是载人
and
航天工
unveil
程
the
立项
mystery
30
of
周
the
年，
universe.
30
And
载
today
岁月荏苒，
marks the
几代航
30th
天人开
anniversary
拓创新。
of our manned
未
space
来，中
program.
国人探
This
索的
also
步伐
requires
将
a
迈
lot of
向更
efforts
深
for
更远
our
的宇宙。
pioneers.
星
And
辰
in the
大海
future,
必将留
we
下
will
更多
step
属于
for
我们
a
的印
brighter
记。
future.
同学们，
And I believe
载人
all of
航天
you
的未来
will be part
需
of
要
the
你们，
journey to
科
the
学探索的
sea
事
of
业
stars.
更需要你
We
们。
need you
星空
for
浩
our
瀚等你
future
来，天宫课
endeavor.
堂有你更
There's
精
no
彩。
end to
同学
unveil
们，
the
我们
mysteries
下
of
次
space.
再见。
See you next time.